Good morning. How are you doing? Welcome into your weekly angel messages. I'm recording this on Sunday, the 27th of April. We do have a new moon in Taurus occurring this afternoon around 3:31 Eastern Time p.m. Don't know what time it is where you at, so you can check that out. You can Google all that stuff, right? I want to tap in and see what the angels have for us for this week. I don't have anything. I'm sure there are major things going on astrologically. Mars and Pluto are doing their dance. They have their third and final meetup, I believe, on the 30th of April. So I mean, that's been some heavy energy going on, and like I said, the new moon in Taurus is today. I believe I will do separate readings for that. We'll see what wants to come out here, but I just want to take a peek at my notes. Yeah, Taurus definitely is about showing us, what did I write down here? Planting seeds for the future and cultivating some that have long since been planted. So it's really weeding your garden. Weeding the garden, right? So let's take a look here. What wants to come through? What are the messages, angels, divine beings of love and light for the collective for this week of 27th of April to May 3rd, 2025. We're in May already. Almost. Oh my gosh. Nearly half the year's gone by already. Hope you're having a beautiful weekend. Super, super windy here. Serenity. Peace and serenity, I'm hearing. Beautiful, soft green, heart chakra. What else, angels, for this week? All right. Because of the Taurus new one, that's why this deck came out, because I didn't feel like opening it, but now I know why. So we're going to get a romance angel card to go along with this week. Taurus, Venus rules Taurus. That's the Empress in the tarot. Finding peace in the heart space. What did you need us? Thank you. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Does not have to mean, be literal like love life. It could just be, could be your work life, your family life, but there's a heart-centered completion. Coming around here. I'm heart-centered completion. Heart-centered completion. One more. Thank you, Spirit. One more from this deck. Separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So I do want to say that there is this, because I was getting this full circle with that completion energy, that message of completion, a heart-centered completion. So I feel like the completion is the whatever you've been distanced from. So you and the situation, the other person, whatever it is, can go through your own personal healing and finding that peace within the heart space, then there is a full circle. There's an element of trust needed here, trusting that you are on the path that you are meant to be on. Got little shit in the litter box. I just saw the 10 of Cups. So yeah, there's just a lovely, interesting that, look at, there's peace there, which is the Death card in, no, yes, the Death card in this deck. I do have a card that kind of just flipped right off the top of the deck. Ace of Wands, Ace of Gabrielle in this deck. So, well, let's see where that wants to go. It's about passion, things moving forward, opportunities, you know, inspiration, ideas, chance to do something amazing with a sense of wonder. And I feel that, you know, like I said, this could be anything that feeds your soul, that lights your heart up, lights your soul up. And it brings you so much peace. It's like you start with peace and serenity, but you end with it as well. It's not something that you lose yourself in, right? What are you doing? Eating the litter. Oh, yay. What else do you need us to know for this week, Spirit? I wanted to flip. The Magician. Creating something very magical. Both of these cards are very electrifying is the word I'm getting. Electrifying. So a raise in frequency for sure. You've manifested whatever this is. Ace of Pentacles. You gotta be kidding me. This is incredible. What are we all manifesting here? It's stable, it's solid, it's longevity. It has roots, and it has the potential to grow roots deeper and wider than you could have ever imagined. This one spark, this one little spark is going to grow, and it's not just growing within your own heart space. It's going to touch everything in your physical world as well. It's going to start showing itself if it's not already. Suddenly my voice is, I don't know if it's the incense or incense. Interesting, the incense or not. Ooh, we do have a wee bit of a wobble here with the Five of Pentacles. Why is that? There's that peace card, the Death again, transformation. Is this peace? Is this death? I've got to look at this deck. Why am I suddenly getting confused? I don't need it, they're saying. It is... Total surrender, man. Total trust, like we saw the trust on the bottom of the deck here. Trust. Trusting a higher power. I love how the major arcanas are in the center row here. I'm assuming we're getting a 9-card spread here, so let's just keep going. Rest, healing, integration, I'm hearing. I've been hearing that word a lot with the Four of Swords. Yeah, this is about putting away the old way of doing things, because the season's done. It's not... you've raised your vibration so much, or we have as a collective have raised our vibration so much that the old ways can't work anymore. There is something that we've all started a long time ago. I'm just really having a hard time with my throat all of a sudden. And there's been this trust, there's been this patience that was required of us for many of us, this is the disconnect between us and the divine and our angelic team and our personal guides. That's done and over with. I feel like this is just like this huge awakening energy that's coming onto the planet right now. Thank you to those souls who have agreed to leave at this time so this can happen. You always know when big name, big figures in the world are leaving, that means that we are receiving such an incredible influx of high, powerful, intense energies that they are assisting with, and they do that by leaving the planet. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but there you go. Thank you. So what didn't work before, now we're learning the new ways of doing things. And we learn that by getting ourselves grounded. And what better way than getting out in nature and just communing and finding that peace and that quietude. Is that even a word? Stillness. And listen. Opening ourselves up to listen. And we can't do that if we're still holding on to the past, if we're not allowing the transformation to occur. Now, here it's saying that we have, and now we're being gifted opportunities, and I just saw something fly right by my eyes here. I don't know if it was caught on camera. An opportunity to learn a new way of being in this energy. Ace of Swords. We got 3 aces out on this table here. The one missing is the Ace of Cups. And I feel it's not here because we start with it. That's interesting. We start with it. With that serenity, being in the heart space, we start with it. And that's what brings in this, whatever this is, you've been waiting for. It's because you've stopped waiting. That's interesting, because you've stopped waiting. You trusted the divine, you trusted yourself, you trusted whatever this was long ago. You trusted it to re-emerge when the universe saw that you were energetically ready for it. Thank you for that. They got a little personal message there for myself, so thank you for that. Yeah, look at this. Wow, look at this intensity of the energies. 8 of Wands with the Hermit, or the Hermit card, the Epiphany, as it says in this deck. I mean, this is like, could be a tower moment, the aha moment, the moment everything shifts and changes. That's it, the defining moment. Thank you, Spirit. Came right through. Thank you, thank you. This is a defining moment. There's clarity, there's inspiration, there's excitement. Allow yourself to be excited. There's new insight, there's new ways of doing things. There's your path of healing is you're starting to see how it's all playing out. Well, I've been saying this for a while, but there's something about this week's energy. You're going to end this week having known that you've had a very defining moment. How does that come in? I mean, 8 of Wands could be communication. Certainly solar flares we could be setting ourselves up for this week. I don't know if there's a CME. I do know today or last night it's been super, super windy, and it sounded like freight train. Oh, a little shit on the couch, curled up in her blanket. She wouldn't let me put it away last night. She all curled up. got herself a nice little well dug right in the, in the middle of the blanket. How does this epiphany come in? Nine of Cups. Comes in on the wings of a wish and a prayer. I'm hearing the wings of a wish and a prayer. Well, yeah, something is taking its time. Both of these cards are slow moving energies. Seven of Pentacles is something that seeds you've planted a long time ago. And, you know, with this new moon in Taurus energy, weeding through what no longer works. So what does can have a free passage. I'm hearing the term free passage to move forward. It's like someone or something else gets the green light to come into your experience, right? It's very interesting that it comes in very quickly, very intensely, yet it's grounded, it's nurturing. This could also be saying to me, to say to you, make sure that you are grounded through this process, because it could be so intense. You know, like I was saying earlier, you know, about losing ourselves in the energy or in the situation. We're not meant to. We're meant to stay grounded and stay true to ourselves, stay committed to ourselves in the path. The Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. Because it's time. Definitely having a timeline shift here. At the very least, a timeline shift. But this wobble, this Five of Pentacles, what is that? I want to say thank you. Six of Pentacles, don't worry about it. It's a wobble. It's a wobble. It's momentarily. Don't worry about it. There we go. Don't worry about it. Things will balance out. It's like some of you are going to be aware of the wobble. Others are not. It's just going to be that simple. It calls for an opportunity for a transformation. I love this, the Magician, the Death card, and the Ace of Swords here, Ace of Michael. There's truth, there's clarity, doing things through that more and more and more and more. You're learning how walking the path of truth, how, and being in receiving mode. Like new moon in Taurus is, you know, like I said, the Empress Venus. It's being in receptive mode. This is saying to me, you know, this is serenity. It's like being in the receiving energy, just being so peaceful and calm, and right with your world, inner and outer, and it's reflecting. It's reflecting back to you, because something that you have been, that has been, I'm hearing the word missing from your life for whatever reason. It really hasn't been missing though. That's why I'm tentative to use that word. But it's the word I'm being given. You may view it as something that's missing. It was never missing. You just you took a break, being brought back to the Friends, you know, where Ross and Rachel, we were on a break. You took a break. Whatever the situation was or is, it wasn't, you were not, and it was not vibrationally matched, right? So now you are vibrationally matched to that which you've began manifesting since the beginning of time. You know, your soul's contract, your soul's path. you've done the work, you've released the past, you've taken a look at the shadow aspects and transformed them and transmuted, and through the healing, through the time to self, through the time in nature, your financial relationship with money and the energy of money has shifted. So this little wobble does feel like it could be a shift in a little bit of a slowdown in the flow of finances, but it's not a stop of the finances. It's just a wobble, so something can be readjusted here, and it does. So it balances out whatever. It's going to be different for everyone what needs readjustment, but it gets readjusted. It gets balanced. Now the train can start moving again. That's an interesting phrase to bring through, but that's for somebody. Now the train can get moving again. Can start you heard me the first time, right? Don't ask me to repeat it. But so don't worry. There's not a reason to worry here, and I think that's what you're noticing is I'm not worrying like I used to. I'm not fretting because all the money is not where it needs to be right now. I like that for all of us, because I know for me, I mean, an old pattern would be to, as soon as I calculated my budget and saw that there wasn't enough at the end of the month, then it was like I would automatically start robbing Peter to pay Paul kind of energy, right? Kind of rearranging things. And I don't need to do that anymore, because I know that I have exactly what I need, even though I think I need more because that's due or the rent's due. But it's going to be there right when it needs to be there, right? This is balancing out. It kind of feels like connecting the heart and the mind, or the solar plexus in the mind. I'm hearing this. Thank you. So it's connecting all of the chakras with it, the lower mind. So there's no more worry over insecurity or stability, and it doesn't rock. If whatever this wobble is, it doesn't rock our confidence. But if it is rocking your confidence, take yourself out in nature. Just take a break. Get yourself moving somewhere outside of the situation, outside of your home, your environment, and just change the scenery for a minute, okay? Because that's what's going to help you get into a better vibration to receive what this is that's coming for you. Could be finances, could be a job offer I'm hearing for somebody. It could be truth and clarity on a situation that you've just kind of maybe been spinning in, or that's been spinning in front of you, and you've just been watching it, waiting for it to settle, and okay, there it is, now it settles. And it could be all of that for everyone. I do want to take a look at, first I want to ask, is there anything else you want to express here, angels, for the collective regarding this week? Five of Swords, Five of Michael. That's interesting. Yeah. So thank you. So it says right here, the first line says, this situation doesn't serve you. You're knowing with such great clarity what does work and what doesn't work. And this is like, when did I say that? It was last week or the week before. This is a now or never moment in time, April is, because it's that shit or get off the pot energy. This is going to move you on all levels, and if you're not ready, you could create the real tower moment. But I feel like for the majority of who I'm reading for right now it's like tower moment. Yes, bring it on. You're using that energy for the highest good. You're seeing the upper register of those frequencies instead of the lower register of those frequencies. Um, what other messages here before there was a question. Oh, I was going to look. Thank you. So, as I was saying, I wanted more just to find some of my final messages, and then I was going to look to see what the Ace of Cups was, because it's the only ace not on the table. Seriously? Ace of Cups, Ace of Raphael in this deck. Got everything you need. Of course you do, because you're showing up as a freaking badass magician. You've got all the tools, you've got all the resources, you are balanced, you are rooted. I'm seeing the Four of Wands in my mind's eye, so I will take a look to see where the Four of Wands is. Yes, this moon cycle is having an impact here on all of us, for sure. Seriously. Because we are clearing out. This moon is asking us to clear out everything that does not light us up. This is that does not feed us, that does not bring clarity, that does not inspire us, that does not grow. This is all about not settling for anything less than this. This is a nobody wins energy. This is an everybody wins energy. I do want to take a look at the Four of Wands, only because I'm feeling the groundedness of this, because they showed it to me for sure. Four of Wands is, look at that, a lot of stability coming in. Thank you, Taurus energy. Four of Wands is in between the Four of Pentacles, holding on to what works, what feeds you, what inspires you, what grounds you, what can grow, releasing everything that doesn't. There's the Four of Wands. There's inner union. There's union with the divine. My heat is just clicked on. Very interesting. Well, maybe that's an indication that things are going to start warming up a little bit. Knight of Wands. Someone, if not someone, definitely energy is coming in very quickly to bring in beautiful, stable, solid, and I'm telling you, could be bringing in love, passion, celebration, definitely reasons for celebration. There is truth and clarity coming in. Oh my gosh, got to take that too. Truth and clarity coming in. Discernment. For some of you, you could be hearing that your divorce is final if you've been going through that. Or if it's not your divorce, it's a divorce. But I love that. The defining moment. I would love to hear what your defining moment is this week. So keep me posted. I love this so much. I do want to get yes or no. No, this one. All right. An angelic activation for y'all before we leave here. If this resonates for you and you would love your own either angel message or spirit message, you can certainly reach out to me. My email is in the description box below, and we can set that up for you, yeah? All right, let's take a look here. What angelic activation do you have for the collective in response to this message or not? For the week of, where are we? Yeah, April 27th to May 3rd. Well, I've got a few, so we'll take them. This one got caught in my hand. This is Archangel Zadkiel. Be the change you seek. I can't do that. I can't read. I have trifocals, so I gotta hold it down for a minute. Your intentions to live with meaning and purpose have led you to where you are today. Where you are is where you needed, where you are needed, but Don't forget to be a light of healing wherever you go. The changes that you are seeking at this time must begin within you. Even if you are facing difficult circumstances, ask yourself how you can shine your light more wholly and fully. The activation is, thank you, Zadkiel, for helping me change within myself first before seeking change elsewhere. So there, that, and I will hold that. Let's go this way. I don't know if you can see that any better. And we have these two. Holy Amethyst, you are the light. Maybe working with amethyst crystal this week, maybe for you. You have a light within you, and this light will never go out. Whenever you face darkness, the brilliance has the opportunity to shine. Right now, God and the angels are calling you to switch your light on full. Stand in the greatness of your spirit. Do not back down, and be the be the bringer of good that you were born to be. Kind of go together, right? Be the change in the world, be the light in the world. I am a light of hope in the world. There's Holy Amethyst, and there is her message if you wish to screenshot it and save it. And final message, we've got Metatron. You have a divine calling. There he is. This deck is by Kyle Gray. It's Angelic Activations. And, you know, everyone's got their own, through meditation, their own depiction of the angels. I love this. It feels like a very younger version of Metatron that I know. And, you know, don't really put age on angels, but this feels very youthful. The energy that's exuding this right now for me. He says, you have a divine calling. Godly angels are recruiting you. Yay! Where you are is where you have been strategically placed. Trust that what you are facing now has everything to do with what you are here to heal, and that it will lead to a life that is aligned to meaning and purpose. You are here to make a difference, and it must begin with where you are right now. The activation is, I am ready to fulfill the call of my soul. I'm getting a little bit of, you know, not just here on the planet, but I'm hearing, you know, where you live is no accident. You know, you may be questioning, like I've done for many years. I've been in this apartment for 8 years, and it was not a pleasant situation as to why I needed to be here. But it's taken me 8 years to get settled here, to be honest. But I've often sat here going, why am I in this town? I'm not finding any other people that are awake in this town. And it's funny, yesterday I did, in the students of the high school where my grandson goes, I was at a craft show there. I was a vendor doing tarot, and I spoke with a couple of the kids that would be deemed part of the spectrum, like my grandson is, and they're awake, they're aware. They don't know that they're awake, but they are. So just the conversations that I was able to have, helping me to know that I'm right where I need to be, for sure. And now it's a family affair because people know me from being at that event. My daughter now works at the school. My kids go to the same school district, of course, you know, and everybody knows my grandson Hayden, and so it felt like like a full circle for me yesterday. It was funny to say that now. Anyway, yeah. So if you're sitting in a place going, I really don't like being here, you know, ask your guides, ask the universe to show you, help you see clearly that you are exactly where you need to be, whether you realize that or not. But anyway, this week seems like it's an incredible week. I feel like I can safely say that for some of us, this could be a connection that has needed to go different directions quite a while ago. That 7, 8 years ago, 6, 7, 8 years ago, maybe 5. So I've got 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7 of Pentacles. 4, 5, 6, 7, and the Ace of Pentacles. That just popped right out at me. So within the last 4 to 7 years, something, number one, there have been seeds planted. I'm hearing long before then, but whatever happened, whatever that defining moment was, now it's shifting gears. It's raising in frequency. 'Tis the Sunday season for lawn mowing. It happened the last couple years too, every Sunday, without fail, lawn mowing. There's something here. So whatever that defining moment was back then, I'm definitely feeling it's coming full circle, because now there's a heart resonance that is calling it back in. All right. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for joining me. I love you, and happy new moon in Taurus. Have a beautiful week, and yeah, see you later. Bye.